up, greatness gang? D4G here.
I am back. What it do, baby?
All right, man, we about to tap into two new designs. Well, one I know is new for sure. This one just dropped. The other one I'm not really too sure on. It could have dropped last year, could have dropped earlier this year. Don't quote me on that. The first fragrance we're going to be tapping into is going to be that Carolina Herrera Pasion for him. The second one is going to be Carolina Herrera Birds in Paradise. Yes, fam. Let's go ahead and tap into it. We're going to talk about Pasion for him first. Now, in Carolina Pasion for him, some of the notes that you can expect to get in this is going to be some touche neroli, pink pepper, iris, Texas cedar, bourbon vanilla, tonka bean, dark woodsy notes, and some sandalwood. First of all, fam, very beautiful presentation on this. Like, the bottle design on these are absolutely amazing. Now, in that opening of this one, you're gonna have a very nice, spicy, somewhat balsamic-y feel with a good touch of powdery scents that is gonna be given off. You can expect a great dose of iris in this fragrance, especially in that opening, and it does last from the opening all the way to the mid. There's a little bit of it in the dry down, but not too much. With a great dosage of pink pepper in that opening, while backdooring it with a little bit of tonka bean as it's working its way to the dry down. And for me, fam, that neroli and iris combination is extremely beautiful that it gives off. It's very nice in that opening, while still maintaining it throughout majority of the fragrance. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with y'all. If you like iris, like I'm truly saying, if you are an iris lover, this is something that you would want to check out. Now, the one thing that can be off-putting about this is that it does have like a slight lipsticky smell, especially when you're like 15 minutes into the fragrance and throughout a lot of the mid. It does have this slight lipstick appeal to it. I don't know what's going on with that, but you do get a little bit of that going on throughout the fragrance. Now, in the dry down, this is probably when I fell the most in love with the fragrance, because the dry down is mostly going to be taken over by a lot of those woodsy notes, while mixing together with that nice bourbon vanilla. Some touch of that tonka bean, a little bit of touch from that iris still, but for the most part, woods with a very nice vanilla appeal. And thanks to the sandalwood that this fragrance has in, it does add a slight creaminess about it and the dry down of this fragrance. Not too much, but it just adds to the fragrance that's adding on to that vanilla really. Now, this is a beautiful masculine fragrance that you will be getting if you do pick this one up. Something that I can very much so see my professional men being able to enjoy in that office setting and not be too off-putting at all. Now, the biggest letdown in this fragrance is going to be that performance. You're really going to be getting around 5 hours. And honestly, after that first hour, it really doesn't project as much. And lastly, the linear effect that this fragrance has. I really personally can't see myself doing too much with this outside of a professional setting. But if you are somebody that likes iris in a fragrance, this would be something that you would rock with. Now, I did see a lot of people saying that this fragrance has some characteristics to your own intents along that line. Me personally, I can't see it outside of that lipstick nature. So just to throw that little tad bit in there. Now, is this a fragrance that you should just go check out? I wouldn't just rush and blind buy this one. If you can find yourself sampling it, I definitely would advise sampling this one, getting a decant if you will, and seeing how you rock with it from there. But just blind buying, I can't see this being a safe blind buy for most people. First fragrance was Carolina Herrera Pasion for Men. Now, this next bad boy right here, oh my gosh, man. Carolina Herrera Birds of Paradise. Yeah, let's talk about it. Some of the notes you can pick up in this is going to be some violet leaf, driftwood, fir, camillum.
What the hell did you just say?
Tonka bean, cashmere wood, and some sandalwood. Now, this opening is going to be very green, somewhat spicy, and a beautiful woodsy effect that is going to be given off. The main player in the opening of this one is going to be that fir, fam. It does give it off like a very nice fougere vibes about itself. Extremely green, slightly spicy, and that green effect is going to be there throughout majority of this fragrance. So if you're not somebody that really enjoys those fougere style fragrances, this one might not be for you. And the main thing in the transition, because everything that you pick up in the opening you pretty much get throughout the majority of this fragrance. The main difference is going to be once it's that dry down, it does have a very nice creaminess about it. Again, thanks to that sandalwood that you do pick up in this one. But outside of that, fam, it's going to be a lot of fir, a lot of violet leaf, and a little bit of a spicy effect that you get from it. Now, for me right here, bro, this is a winner chicken dinner. This fragrance is masculine. This fragrance is fresh. You even somewhat get a slight tropical vibe from this fragrance. Not in the opening, but once it starts to work its way through that mid, it somewhat starts to have a nice tropical sense about itself. Now this one right here is an easy 7+ hour fragrance. And this one you mostly gonna wanna keep during that spring and summertime in those high heat situations. And this one to me has a little bit more versatility than what I get in Passion for Men. This one right here, you can wear this at work, you can also wear this casually. Honestly, if I was even going out with the fellas, date night type of vibe, I can just see myself rocking this one out whenever. This right here could be signature scent worthy, bro. Especially if you like those Fougere clean fragrances, somewhat fresh, a nice bit of spice. This is one that you can just throw on and go. Again, especially in those high heat situations. Now in this one, I said get a decant. Get a decant, sample it, see what you think. But this one right here, fam, if you just get your nose at it in a Nordstrom, wherever you can sample this one and spray it on wrist, I can see a lot more people falling in love with this one, more so than this one off of first sniff. This one right here was just instant love for me when I got it. But that's just my thoughts and opinions, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. For me, I'm enjoying the classy and professional vibes that these Carolina Herrera fragrances are giving me. You know, I'm a big fan of that Carolina Herrera bad boy, Le Parfum. And this one is like a complete 180 from what you get from that. So for me, Carolina Herrera is definitely showing a lot of versatility that they have in their line of fragrance. But with all that being said, we to get up out of here. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have a phenomenal day. Stay on your square. Stay on your purpose. Don't let nobody take you off of it, fam. D4G, truly blessed, destined for greatness. We are.